Sorry, I got a migraine. And I'm gonna try not to talk too loud because the kids are all asleep. It's 5:44 in the morning on November 11th. Happy Veterans Day to everyone. And to all three of my uncles who probably don't even know this channel exists since we have no contact. Happy Veterans Day to all of y'all. So, I meant to do this video yesterday. But I guess I was a little more agitated and angry and upset about it than I realized that I was. That I actually ended up passing out in one of my medical induced coma sleeps, and I didn't end up waking up until one this morning, I think it was, and I fell asleep around 7, I think it was. So on a normal basis, I'm going through a rant, depressed, or whatever the case may be. But I'm not trying to go through either of those stages when I'm trying to do this video. I'm going to try to keep all of my emotions at bay as best as possible. Seeing that I am a mental health patient, seeing that I do suffer with severe PTSD, seeing that I am also coping with a lot of other things, it is a lot for me to attempt to keep my emotions at bay, but I'm going to do the best that I can to do so, because it is very imperative that I get my point across. It's already going to agitate me, and I want to laugh and smile, and I'm going to do it. And I'm going to explain to you guys why I'm doing it, so that you guys don't misunderstand. I'm doing it because I wanna. Like right now, I'm pinching the daylight out of my left hand because it is starting to get agitated, and it is starting to do the numbness thing, because I wanna go in on this video. I wanna get all ratchet mom and say all the stuff that I really wanna say. But I can say all the stuff that I really wanna say, and I can articulate it just fine without, what is it called? What was the word? Without being a live wire. That's one of the reasons why it took me so long to embrace my mental health. That is one of the reasons why it took me so long to live in my truth and to be okay living within my skin. Now, half of you may not care about this video, and that's okay. Because like I always say, I'm not everybody's cup of tea. But there's one thing that I will always do, and that is I'm always going to advocate. I will advocate for myself. I will definitely advocate for my kids. And I'm going to advocate for anybody else that needs it. Hey, you want somebody to advocate for you? Hit me up. You tell me what you got going on, and baby, I will sit there and tell you ways and how you can advocate for yourself. I do it for everybody around here. Just yesterday, and this is probably why I think it fell kind of hard on me, because Jackie really just, boom. She really knocked my noggin back into existence. She calls me up. I mean, I'm trying not to take this video everywhere, but I'm sorry. You guys already know my brain goes everywhere since, and I'm just trying not to get agitated. So please, my apologies. I will apologize this time because I'm trying to keep the video focused. So she did call me yesterday. We were talking, and we discussed about Delano because he had been out of school for over 2 weeks. I will touch bases on that in a second. And I have touched bases on it when it did happen, if I'm not mistaken. I think I posted a video on it, but I will touch bases again. And then I was like, no, something, because her daughter goes to Hines as well, Hines Middle School. And I was like, but, I spoke to his, case manager / special ed teacher. She just came actually, and she just dropped him off some clothes. And I was like, and I come to find out, she didn't even know why he was missing school for so long. So I broke down to her what happened, and she was like, wait, what? Are you serious? And I was like, yeah, that's exactly how it all went down. And then she was like, are you kidding me? And I was like, no, and I have a good mind to actually go down to the Board of Ed and put a whole discrimination. Because how everything went down, I'm sorry. I personally feel like my son was picked on. I personally feel like I was pushed to the edge. Like, I'm telling you, I'm suicidal. And I'm already at the edge. And you're pushing me and pushing me and pushing me. So what would have happened if I would have gotten off that phone and committed suicide? Then what? My kids would have been left with orphans, and then you would have just told them, oh, I'm sorry? I mean, that was not going to bring their mom back. And as a principal to a school, you're supposed to be trained. And I'm sorry, Newport News, if you're not training your staff. But you should be. Because realistically speaking, especially during these times of COVID, so if you're quick to want to send a child home that has allergies and assume that it is COVID, but not ask me for a COVID test, all you're asking me is for a note that says he has allergies, and meanwhile the staff is just pushing me and pushing me and pushing me, knowing that one, I don't have my wheelchair to be able to take him to the doctor. 2, I just went through a whole discrimination with our primary caregiver who had not seen him as of yet. So she has no documentation that he has allergies. The last time Delano had been to a doctor was in downtown Newport News. And I mean, the story is very complicated. It's really complicated. It's a lot more complicated than I would care to put up on YouTube. But I'm doing this because I intend to put in a formal complaint in downtown Newport News pertaining the principal of Hines Middle School, okay? And I'm not talking about his assistant principal because she did her job, but I wish she would have listened when I was explaining that you guys are pushing me to the edge even more, especially at the time that they were calling. I was already at my I was already having a more difficult time. That's when the studying was starting more and more, and I was beyond stressed out trying to find out, am I having small strokes, aneurysms, what's going on? I'm freaking out. I can't get to no doctors. I can't do this. I can't do that. Do you really think that if I would have thought that my child had COVID, first of all, I can't risk getting anything because my health is already declining, and I'm telling you, I got 1 foot in the grave and 1 foot out. and all you're doing is making me put both foot in the grave, and you're still pushing me. And then to top it off, if I'm telling you guys that you're triggering me and you're pushing me to no longer want to be a part of this world, and you continue on the phone to continue. Like, I did not just vocalize these things to you because I'm very vocal about what is going on with me. And you continue to push like I'm not telling you, excuse me. Then you want to be like, well, we're coming to drop your son off so your daughter doesn't have to come walk her. No, you're coming to be nosy. Baby girl, I'm 41 years old. I may look like a baby, sweetheart, but I'm not. So you're not playing me for some youngin'. And you're not going to play me for dumb, slow, or stupid, okay? You wanted to bring my child to come be nosy. So no, my daughter will go walk to get my son and bring my son home. So that's why you guys were surprised that I allowed his teacher to come bring the clothes. Why? I have a rapport with her. Why? She respects me as a human being and as a person. And she respects my mental health. She respects the words that come out of my mouth. You guys don't. And as an educator, you should. If I'm vocalizing it, you definitely should. And I am sorry, this is where I'm sorry, you guys. I'm trying not to get agitated because, you know, the paralegia will start on the left side. The migraine is already starting. But it is imperative that I get this video done. I'm here for educational purposes. And hearing that a principal is assuming, and that's how you make an ass out of yourself. And I've been taught that my whole life. Here, a principal is assuming that I'm a live wire parent. Well, sweetheart, I'm here to let you know that I am not a live wire parent, but I'm an advocate for myself and my child and anybody who needs an advocate. And I'm sorry if the way I advocate is not by bowing down and saying yes, ma'am, and just going with what you want, because that's not what advocates do. But the last time, I'm sorry, this roach is not allowed to get away with this shit. Come here, bitch. Sorry, you guys. Y'all know how I feel about these roaches. And for some reason, they just seem to love my desk, even though there's nothing sweet on it. And it's just messing with my... But back to your original programming. After I pull my bra down in the back, because it is just... never mind. Let me see if I can get this arm to work for me, because this is hurting me. Ow, ow. Ah. Okay, never mind. That arm doesn't want to work. Okay, back to our original programming. Sorry. Oh, I shouldn't have did that. Oh, I shouldn't have did that. Okay, Lynette, suck it up. Suck it up, Lynette. Suck it up. Suck it up. Sorry, you guys. I know I'm always all over the place. Unfortunately, this is me. If I pretend to be completely professional and not all over the place, I would not be transparent. Sorry, y'all. Delano's alarm to wake him up just went off, but I'm gonna let him sleep a little bit longer before I get him up. So, did I think I had coffee? Why was I just looking for a coffee cup? Oh my God, my brain is really doing this to me today. Okay, I'm gonna get comfortable. Maybe if I get comfortable, maybe I can do this without stressing. I just don't want to stress when I do this because I don't want to miss what I'm trying to say. But this is going to be a video. And at this point, I don't care about none of my pain. I don't have no weed. Yes, I said this on this video, people. I have no weed. I'm about to run out of pain pills, which they don't work anyways. I put in the refill. I don't know what happened. Still don't have it, and it doesn't work. So, like, 15 milligrams of Mobic for the type of pain that I have. That is nothing. Oh, I wish I could cross my left leg over, but maybe I should try that. I'm always used to doing the right leg because the left leg. Okay, maybe that's better. Oh no, come on, right leg, work with me today. Can't be picky, people. Y'all gotta get along, man, for real. Y'all gotta work with each other, and it doesn't work. The left leg doesn't like. Yo, y'all, you can't do this, man. Come on. If I put the left leg over the right, the bottom, oh my God. Never mind. It's not like y'all care anyways. This is just a whole conversation with myself. But anyways, I know this is like just utterly unprofessional, but again, I'd rather do a video like this where it's raw than to sit here, get all nicely dressed up and dolled up and whatever and be what I'm not. Because, oh no, let me not say it like that. I'm sorry. That was just not right. I am professional. I've always been professional until I came down to Virginia and I don't know what happened. Oh, come on, migraine. Please don't do this to me. But anyway, so the principal was apparently not too happy with the fact that I allowed the special ed teacher to come and drop off the clothes that she had for Delano. That's where the comment of, well, she's a live wire, she's not happy with us. No, sweetheart, you have this completely wrong. Excuse me?
I said stop. I'm sorry, I meant hot.
Good morning is actually more like it.
Good morning. Are you doing a video?
Can I get a kiss?
Hi.
Jeez, talking about what's up. Like, hello, I'm not your buddy, your friend, or your homie. He forgot who his mama was real quick. He made me forget what I was saying. Okay. It's not that I don't like Heinz. Delano's actually very happy. Well, he was very happy there. I've noticed lately he's coming home not happy. He comes home with a little attitude, which is different. So now I'm beginning to wonder what's going on. But when Delano was happy, I was happy. If Delano's not happy, I'm not happy. I'm not the one attending the school. I'm not the one that has to be happy. It is my son that has to be happy. As long as my son is happy, I'm happy. As long as my son is well taken care of, I'm happy. As long as my son is learning, I'm happy. As long as my son is not bullied or disrespected by teachers, I'm happy. And that's where the problem came from. So before you call me a live wire, before you assume that I have a problem, you have to get dressed first, remember?
What time is it?
It's 6 o'clock. Remember, the rule has always been before you turn the TV on or anything, you have to be fully dressed.
Okay.
Because you know how you do, you get sidetracked and then later on you don't want to do it.
Yeah, Mom, I tried, for some reason, please don't get mad at me when I say this. I tried on the black shoes.
What black shoes?
The ones Miss Pryor gave me. I don't really need to go until my They fit fine and they won't really hurt my ankles or anything.
It's not about that. It's about the length of your feet. Your feet are not a size 12, Delano.
Oh, okay.
Because you're just so defiant, and that's the part that makes me upset with you. So I'm not upset with you. I didn't get mad. Haha. I did like you asked. I'm not mad. He's ODD. Still did exactly what I asked him not to do. But anyways,
Mama, Mama woke me up.
how did Delano wake you up, baby?
Because he turned that TV on while I was asleep.
The TV doesn't even look like it's on.
He woke me up watching TV.
Bubba, go lay down with Sissy. Please, thank you. Why is this always a problem in the mornings now? Anyways, I should have went outside and did this video like I was gonna do, but I just didn't want to go in the cold. Oh, okay. So we started off with my son is being bullied by 3 kids and nothing is being resolved. Then he was disrespected by 2 teachers. And all of this was in a time span of like a week of him starting school. And mind you, he started school, I think it was like a week after everybody else, because we had to wait for the bus. And then not just that, they didn't have his records yet, transferred over from Hampton and a whole bunch of other mess. So that's not a good look or a good impression. I don't do bullying because with Delano's autism. And then for a teacher to stand there, first of all, Delano has already so much going on. For a teacher to stand there in front of the classroom, at that time Delano was using a state phone because that was that shooting that had just happened in one of the other schools down here. And he was worried and nervous, you know. And he doesn't have a state phone right now because it caught a virus. I'm trying to see about getting it replaced because I need to give him a phone. Because with everything that's going on, I don't feel comfortable now with him not having a phone. Because now I feel like this principal is out for my kid. Because she's out for me. But the teacher told him, you know, it's time to put the phones away. So he turned the phone off, but learning the phone still, he held the phone button for too long, so it turned it back on. So the teacher goes, "What do you think? I'm your friend?" In front of the classroom and slams on the desk in front of everybody. Donald gets easily embarrassed. Okay, first of all, let's take aside, like I put in the email to the principal and to the special ed teacher because I sent them both, you know, I CC both of them in the email. Let's take aside the fact that my son has autism, PTSD, bipolar, depression, all these other things. Let's take aside all of that and let's just put the fact that this is a teacher and a student. Is that actually the correct way that a teacher is supposed to be speaking to a student? How do we expect students to respect the teachers if we're not respecting them as well? Like, I don't know how these teachers down here work, but me, when I was a paraprofessional and when I was teaching my toddler classrooms and my preschool classrooms, being the head teacher, since I had my CDA and my associates and still working on my bachelor's, because see, the principal of this school does not know that. She just assumes that because I'm homeless right now, living in a motel, I don't have an education, I don't have knowledge or a degree or anything. She's doing what everybody else does, like what Roy did here, just assumes that I'm either, you know, drug addict or something, or have no knowledge or no life or anything. I mean, I just couldn't be a woman who fell on hard times. So, and this was clearly mentioned to me by, you know, his teacher, that she doesn't know any of my background because she never told her any of my background. So I'm being prejudged by this principal, okay? Prejudged by this principal based off of where the hell we are living. Isn't that sad? That is horrible. So I'm being discriminated by this principal because we're homeless. So, sweetie, because we're homeless, I can't have an education. Because we're homeless, I can't have knowledge. You know what's the crazy part? My grandmother had a doctorate in education. She could run circles around you, sweetheart. She can teach you a couple of things. If she was still alive, she can probably come down here to Newport News and teach your whole entire program a couple of things. Because she ran the whole educational program in Puerto Rico.
Wait, what?
I'm having a conversation, Delano, that has nothing to do with you. She can teach y'all a lot of stuff. She worked with special needs kids, worked with regulars, she worked from college to elementary to preschool, every age level that there was. She even taught others how to teach, okay? So I learned from firsthand, not just from let's open a book and learn. No, I was raised, okay, firsthand. All right? It's in my blood. This is not something you teach anybody in a classroom. This is why when I work with kids, all of my kids that I work with thrive very well. I still... Your what? Is it the one that I just put in this chair?
No.
Then I don't know, Delano. Did I not pass out before everybody else did?
Yes.
So are you not asking the wrong person? But you don't need your sweater on right now because you're not leaving. I just said you needed to have everything else, like brush your teeth, your socks, and your shoes don't have to be on if you're gonna lay in the bed. That's cool. Just have them next to you. So when you get ready to go, you just pop them suckers on and keep them moving. And make sure you brush your teeth and wash your face. No, you did not. Let me smell your breath. And if you lying to me, you know I'm gonna get mad. Oh, you tried me this morning, boy. Why are you lying, Watson? See what I'm talking about? See what I'm talking about? So anyways, so I'm being discriminated against because of this. I'm a live wire because I'm being discriminated against. What else do you expect? I mean, you're pushing me to the edge. You're making me more suicidal. I'm vocalizing these things and you're still doing it. Then you become upset with me because we had an IEP meeting. Me and his teacher had spoken prior to the IEP meeting. I already made it very clear to her, I'm in extreme excruciating pain. I'm catching a ride there, which I really don't have a ride, but the neighbor was nice enough to give me one. I'm having a hard time walking. So like, I really am not trying to be there for a long time, and I know how these IEP meetings can go because I've been doing this for years. I get there, I have to walk a long way to the door because I don't know what excuse me.
Yes.
Come here, please.
Yes.
I am not sure that you understand that what you just did when you came out the bathroom with the veil was kind of a little disrespectful.
Sorry.
You weren't doing me the favor. You were doing yourself the favor. Because when people smell your breath when you get to school, they're going to bother you about your breath. So the there is to yourself, not to me. Because unless you want this to happen to you, which is not a joke, yeah, it's not a joke. That's why I'm tapping you about your teeth.
Okay.
You may proceed to the rest of your day. I had to walk a long distance because the cones are in front of the way, so we couldn't get to, find a way to get to the close part of the door, and their handicap parking space really is not close to the damn door. Then I get there. Why do they use the closest door of the office door. You can't use that door. It says please use the other door. So the closest office door is locked that you cannot use. So I have to walk even further because I don't have an electrical wheelchair yet, not until tomorrow when it arrives. So I have to struggle to walk even further to the other door to get into the office. So now, mind you, I'm already in excruciating pain. So what does she expect me to be like? Hi, I'm Tana Watson's mom. No. What the fudge? It took me forever to get here and not bust my behind. And when I tell you I wanted to cry so bad from the pain that I was in, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry if I didn't roll the red carpet for you. My bad. My apologies. Then y'all make me wait an extra 15 minutes past the time that the meeting was supposed to start? No, matter of fact, BS. Y'all made me wait an extra 30 minutes past the time the meeting was supposed to start. It was supposed to be at 10. Was it 10 or 10:15? I can't remember now. Sorry, short-term memory is not accurate. Might have been 30 or 15 minutes extra. My apologies on the details. Can't remember 100% right now. So when we walk finally back there, she wants to stop me. Oh, if you have a few minutes after, I just want to talk to you. Nope, sorry, I don't. I'm in a lot of pain. After this meeting, I'm going home. So she gets a little attitude. That's not my problem. You could have spoke to me the whole time. We were waiting for this meeting to start. Why do you want me to wait longer after the IEP meeting when I'm already in so much pain? If you wanted to speak to me and you were not intending to sit in this IEP meeting like you should have been, then you should have spoken to me while I was waiting for this meeting to start. Not catch me while I'm struggling to walk to get into the room where the IEP meeting is going to be when you see the pain in my face. So what did you expect you were going to get? No, I'm sorry. I'm not a fake, phony person. I'm very transparent. Exactly how I am on here is exactly how I'm going to be when you meet me in person. The same B you going to find on here is the same B you going to find in person if you catch it the wrong way. If I'm nice on here and you catch me the right way, you're going to see a nice person over there too. Like, but one thing we're not about to do, we're not about to label me because I'm a mental health patient. You're not about to label me as a live wire because you triggered that wire. That's one thing we're not about to do. I'm sorry. We're not. Yes, I'm a mental health patient. Yes, I have bipolar. Yes, I have PTSD. Yes, I have anxiety, panic attacks, and everything else. ADHD. Yes, I have a lot going on. Yes, I'm suicidal. Yes, I'm homicidal. Yes, I'm currently homeless. Yes, I'm losing my legs. Yes, I have paraplegia. Yes, I have weaknesses. Yes, I have a lot. And Hines Middle School was not helping my situation. Instead, you are making me more suicidal than I need to be. And right now, no, I'm not happy with you guys. I'm only happy with one person at that school. And that's Miss Driver. And that is because Miss Driver respects and understands I can vocalize, and she respects it. We get along just fine. We have no problems. Even that day when I wasn't feeling good and I had my little small attitude, she didn't take no offense to it. Because like I just said to her yesterday when she came, I could have been 10 times worse. But I controlled it. And the meeting was just fine. Everybody else in there, we had no problems. Even though I was in pain, we had no problems. So, ma'am, if you're going to speak about me without actually knowing me, because you weren't even in that meeting, ma'am. And at this point, Gatz is your last name, I think. Lisa Gatz, I think, is your name, if I'm not mistaken. really kind of don't remember people's names unless I like you. But I believe that's your last name, Miss Gatz, Principal Gatz.
Yes, Miss Gat.
Oh, thanks, Delano. I was right. Yeah. Don't judge somebody without you getting to know them. Do not speak about them without you getting to know them. You're coming for my character without getting to know them. Know me, sorry. I have speech problems. I'm really fighting this stuttering that would like to start, which is why my migraine is killing me. You're coming for my character. And the fact that you're telling people I'm a live wire is not okay. Because you don't know me. I have not come for your character. I have not spoken to anybody about your character. I'm not defaming your character. But you are defaming mine. And I don't appreciate that. Because you get to walk. Get in your car. Walk around your school. And do what you like. I don't have that luxury. I did. And when I had that luxury, I had the ability to get up and defend my kids any way I wanted to. Because I can easily get in a car and do what I had to do. When you gave that call and I had legs, it was easy for me to get up and go and do what I needed to do and get my son back to school. I don't have that leg. I don't have that luck. Because I don't have those legs. And I don't have the money to just get up and do it. And that's where I am right now. And every time I have an extra reminder of it, it just drives me on the edge even more and more and more. And then the funny part is, Delano came home that day because you guys were claiming that he was sneezing up a storm and coughing and all of this, when I clearly stated Delano stayed up late the night before and he had allergies. And you know, in the good old days when parenting was really a thing and consequences was really a thing and your parents still made you go to school, you know, when it wasn't all about the kids got away with murder, you know, that's what I did. I actually parented. Oh my God, I parented. Oh, I had the audacity to parent. Oh, I did. Oh my gosh. And I made him go to school. Tired and all. With his allergies acting up and all. And see, he didn't listen. And he didn't take his allergy pills before he left. But, Delano, come here, sweetheart. You know it's cold. You should not be wearing shorts going to school.
I couldn't find any other pieces.
Well, we're about to make this work.
And I can't lift up
Were you, we need to talk about this when it came to school and them sending you home.
Hey, I'm on the pause my show.
Word, your show is more important than my video that's going right now.
Pause it because
You could have rewinded. This is recording right now. That day that they sent you home,
They just sit on the sip.
were you coughing?
No.
Did you have a fever?
No.
Were you sneezing like crazy?
No.
Did you have any signs to say that you were actually sick besides the fact that your stools were stuffy?
No.
Did you say that you were feeling really bad?
No.
What else did they say to you?
That's it.
That you were just sick?
Yeah. And the side of my throat was irritated.
They said your throat was irritated.
The side of it.
The inside of your throat was irritated?
Side.
They said the side of your throat was irritated?
Yes.
They told you the side of your
Yeah,
throat
the
was
doctor
irritated.
checked.
But they told you. Did you tell them that your throat was irritated?
I didn't feel anything. I just felt normal.
Okay. Anything else?
No.
Alright, you may go. So how can a person tell my child what is irritated on them when they're not the one saying that anything is irritated? So what? My son is not smart enough to know what's irritated on his body. So when I get the call from the nurse, I clearly told her exactly the same thing I just said right now. He stayed up late last night. He's tired and he has allergies. He wants to come home because he wants to go to sleep. I'm not bringing him home. Then goes to the principal. Then the assistant principal calls and I tell her the same thing. So she thinks that if she gets the principal, I'm gonna what? Back down? Listen, Caucasian or not, color does not scare me. It does not identify me. It does not intimidate me. And I have a feeling that she's accustomed to throwing that around. And yes, I'm throwing the race card in there because I've noticed that this has been a big thing in this situation. And it does not intimidate me or scare me. Never has and never will. White, black, blue, green, yellow. I'm Puerto Rican, boo. I'm a mixture of everything. I'm busy right now, please. Yes. Huh? I know you're alive, my love. You're so beautiful. But that doesn't intimidate me. We're a mixture of races. So I've never been intimidated by racism. Ever. I may not like it. And yes, I deal with it. I'm recording. And yes, I deal with it, but it doesn't intimidate me. It doesn't make me or break me. My grandfather was darker than half of these Africans. My grandmother was whiter than half of these Caucasians. And your point is what? I have cousins with blue eyes and blonde hair. Like, and what? We are all rainbows. That don't mean nothing. I am recording. That doesn't mean anything to me. But one thing I will not do is allow it to affect me or minds. So, yeah, you thought it was going to make me what? Shaking my boots because you're the principal on my phone? You may intimidate all these other people down here. Lyrical, I'm having a serious video right now. You may intimidate all these other people down here, but this is the one part that everybody keeps forgetting. I'm not from the South. My mind is not enslaved like everybody else is down here. I'm from the North. And I've come to realize that everybody down here moves completely different than from anybody from the North.
Yeah.
And I don't have time for it. And I'm creating this video because I'm recording. I'm creating this video because I have complete intentions of attaching this video to everybody downtown. I can't get downtown, so I will be emailing everybody and their mother until I find the right person that I need to put this complaint with. And this video is going on my YouTube channel, and it will be attached to every email I will be sending. Because at this point, I don't have my wheelchair yet. I cannot make it downtown. Attempting to walk to all these places is not easy. I cannot use my walker because of my left arm injury. So this will have to be my way to make it to you guys. But something needs to give. My son was sent home supposedly with allergies. All I needed to bring was a letter. I didn't have a doctor that could state that. Because the last time a doctor had seen him had been 2 years ago. And in trying to call my doctors back in Connecticut like the principal wanted, I'm already suicidal. Like, if you do not understand mental health, I get that. But that means that the Board of Ed is dropping the ball. And you guys need to do better on training your staff when it comes to mental health. Because my child has mental health. And I know he's not the only one. Because I also know another student that you guys have that used to live here that also has mental health. And I do know 2 more that go there that live here that also have mental health. So you guys need to do better on your training with it. And the respect level needs to change. I don't care whose title is what. Just how you expect parents to respect your staff needs to respect parents. These labels need to be cut out. Doesn't matter if you're God, the respect level needs to be there. Doesn't matter if you're the President of the United States, the respect level still needs to be there. Respect is earned, not just given. I'm sorry. That's my belief, and that's how I'm raising my kids. Respect is not just given, it is earned. I have earned my respect with my children, and my children have earned their respect with me. And anybody who was a part of my life, they've earned their respect with me, and I have earned my respect with them. Respect is not just given because you're an adult. It's not just given because you're Caucasian. It's not just given because you're black. It's not just given because your title is whoever. It's given because you earned it. It's given because you greeted me with respect. So I'm going to greet you back with respect. Like, come on, man. Right now, I'm going to apologize to whoever may feel disrespected with this video. But at this point, I feel so disrespected because of where I'm living. I feel so disrespected because a single mom of 3 children who have 2 of them have autism and mental health issues has fallen in a hard time due to COVID, and her health declining is being treated like trash. That's not okay. My whole life I've worked full-time jobs. I have my associates. I have 1.5 years left to my bachelor's in early childhood. I'm going towards my teaching license, not to work for anybody's Board of Education. I have my own store online. I have my YouTube channel. I have my podcast. I'm an advocate for all these things. Like, I am not... Allow me one moment so I can get this... Oh, never mind. It disappeared. I'm not just anybody. The only vice that I do is weed for medicinal purposes. That is it. I don't even drink liquor. I'm getting agitated now, and I may have to stop the video. Stuttering is one of my new symptoms, which is why when the principal called that day, when I became so agitated. Ended up throwing the phone against the wall. Because now I lost my left side for a while. I lost my ability to speak. And my suicidal thoughts were drastic. But she wasn't listening to anything I had to say. All she was worried about was sending my child home that had no symptoms of COVID. So there was no reason for my child to come home and miss so many days of school. And now that homework is being sent home, he can't do homework because he can't hop on the Wi-Fi network to the motel that we live at. It's not a secure network. And her solution is, well, you can't do homework. Tell your teachers. So what is he supposed to do then? Huh? That's all the principal told my son. How is that solving the problem? He needs to learn. How is he learning? See where I feel like we're being discriminated against? The problem is not being resolved. And if I contact her again, I'm going to be a live wire, which is what she's already labeled me as. I need someone to contact me. This problem needs to be resolved. I cannot continue to get agitated. Well, my kids will not have a mom. My son deserves a proper education. And I will continue to fight for his education. Because whether I'm alive or dead, he needs a proper education. Always stand up for your rights, you two. Don't allow anybody to ever step over them, no matter what it is. But always handle it correctly and respectfully. Do not become a live wire. Because of that is why the rest of us have to fight so hard to prove and get all these bad labels off of us. Have a blessed day, everyone.